Clobberin time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Clobberin time! Clobberonimo!
Come get some.
It's clobberin time! Clobberonimo!
Is because you're a dumbass.
Groovy.
Hey. What's up, my friends? Greetings, clobberers, clobberonimos, clobberooskies, clobberoids, clobberians, clobberologists, clobbastards, clobberooskies, all that other clobber stuff. But if you don't clobber yet, one day you will. All you have to do is learn how to bang the rocks together, guys. That's the way it is up in here. My good friends, welcome to Clobberin Times, ECU number 703, 1,403. Overall, 703 on YouTube, 1,403 total number. Legacy numbering, if you will, even if you won't. Monday Night Moxie Comics Talk, folks. Tonight, we're going to be reading some Christmas comics, amongst other things. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun. Whoa, whoa. That is right, folks. Christmas week begins. Begin the Christmas week has. And it's good to see you all here with us tonight. All hail the great monarchy. Man, Christmas makes you miss him even more. Miss him big time. But I thank you all for being here with me tonight. Hopefully some more friends will pop in soon. I guess I will start out, however, with some, let's just do it the old-fashioned way. By the book. By the book. By the book, Mr. Spock. And do the shout-outs and the show notes. Shall we? Shout-outs are as follows. Let's see. Up in you. Of course, I had a great time last night hanging with our good pal, Mark D. with the C, the chief engineer, at the Geekery and the Eatery. That was fun, of course. And then I had a great time earlier tonight on my good buddy J-Man's channel. J-Man and Sean and I reviewing 3 more issues of our ongoing mission to review all of the Legion of Superheroes appearances in chronological order from their very beginnings in 1958 to the end of the Bronze Age, which is when they end for me, the Legion. They end for me that way anyway, in 1989. So got a long way to go. Having great fun with that. And tonight, of course, like I said, we're going to talk some Christmas comics. Take a look at some Christmas comics, because that is just how we roll up in here. And Wednesday night, it'll be more Christmassy stuff, of course, but open talk. Just kind of whatever we come up with. We'll do what we can, of course. And then Thursday night, the Clubby's Clubhouse Christmas Party. Yes, well, number one and the chief engineer, Mark D, we will get together and just talk to you guys. No reviews or anything like that. We'll just talk to you. And we'll have some guests come in and say Merry Christmas. Well, who knows? We'll see what we can do. But we will do it. So, looking forward to that. And then, of course, hey, what else we got going on? It's Friday night, of course. I'll be back in our penultimate episode of our Fourth World coverage on the great J-Man's channel again. J-Man and Sean and I finishing up our chronicling of the end of Jack Kirby's Fourth World saga. It's been a great, great time of doing with that. And coming up soon, Frank Miller's Daredevil. Can't wait. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to this 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser's part 2 of his Christmas comic show on Friday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time with Nick and the Comic Shop Boys. If I'm not able to, hey, I'll be there with them in spirit and still check them out if you're not doing anything. And then Saturday night, Star Trek will be here. It won't be a review show. It'll just be Star Trek in general. And who knows? I'll think of some things to talk about Star Trek-wise, of course. Who knows? And if Mark can join me, fine. If not, I'll check with him, see if he can. If not, we'll get somebody to hang out with me, and we'll just we'll do some Trek talking. What do you think? Talking some Trek, baby. That's going to be the next 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks will be just some basic Trek talk, and then of course the 6th of January we will start back with our reviews of the 735 of the 66 through 05 Star Trek universe. And we'll pick up where we left off on Star Trek Voyager. So, but in the meantime, hey, my dear friends, what's going on with you out there? And do any of you read any? I mean, we've all read Christmas comics. If you read comics, if you're a regular comic book reader, you read comics and stuff like that. So after I do my shout outs, I'm going to ask you some stuff. We're just going to talk about some Christmas comics. But shout outs, of course, are as follows. The great bronze wrencher himself, Eric K. Chris Persia, Vindicator Rich of the Great White North. Good to see you there, buddy. Hope you're doing well, man. Great to have you. D. Bud Martin, the wrench of iron. What's up, my friend? Lord Thoth, God of the Wrenches, and shout out to Lady Thoth as well. Avon lives, long live the legions. The aforementioned great J-Man the Wrench Without Fear, and partner in crime on Earth B, not to mention Legionnaire reviewer extraordinaire, Maddie's daddy, who I saw pop in. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. In fact, you know what? Whoa. We can't just do that. We also got to say a special hello to Maddie's daddy. Thor in Vegas. What's up, brother? Let's see. Stephen Cal-El, buddy. Always great to have you. Again, I don't know. I can't see everyone in the chat. I didn't see if Stephen was here, but he did write to me today. Hopefully he will pop in. Let's see. And, of course, the rascally wrench himself, the Fantery Outsider E. Master of the Claboni, HB, the Hungry Boy. So, and artist, of course, of the cover of Science Fiction Tales by Commander R.M. Briggs. And, of course, Clobberin Times own Music Meister, Maximum Redstone. Let's see who is here in the chat. I know we don't have a lot of people here yet, but before I shout out the chat, I will say that anyone who is lurking, thank you so much. We love our lurkers. We really do appreciate it. And anyone who's watching this later on a download or a rewatch, again, I cannot thank you enough. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's see. FKHC 2005. What's up, Fairfax? Hey, buddy. I hope you're doing well, man. Nobody Cares is here. I don't know if I've seen you here before, but it's an interesting title, and I do care about you because you're here. Care about everyone who's here, even everyone who isn't. But Nobody Cares. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Dave C. What is up, Keep It Subby? Good to see you there, sir. And of course, I've already shouted out the rest of the wrenches who were here, so there you go. Whoa. Maddie says lurking while making cookies and pumpkin pie for work. There you go. Nice. Nothing wrong with that, brother. But it's good to see you there, buddy. I'm glad you're doing well. And remember, I did get your text the other day for your lucky winning you had over there. Very cool. Excellent. I hope Batty's doing well, brother. And I assume you're making those cookies for some kind of Christmas party or some such, I guess, or whatever. So hope that goes well with you, my friend. And yeah, so did any of you who read comics? Hey, Hungry, what's up, bro? Penny. Oh, Penny, say hello, Penny. Good to see you, my dear. Brogu from my old hometown. Any of you read any Christmas comics if you read comics at all when you were a kid? I mean, when there were comics being made, real comics, the big two especially, not exclusively, of course, but especially they made they would do some Christmas comics. I thought we would take a look at a few tonight. Yeah, Bashful Benji in the yep. Benji always looks good in the Santa suit. He does, yeah. Let's see here. Oh man, I forgot to pull him up. Oh, where are you? There was this one, which was pretty interesting, I thought. There we go. I remember buying this one off the rack when it first hit in 1980, according to it, 1980. I mean, why not? Look at this beautiful Garcia Lopez cover. DC Superstar Holiday Special. Christmas with the Super DC people. And it's all new stories, too. All put together just for this comic. And they're pretty interesting stories. So I'm just gonna breeze through them a little bit if you may want to check. Yeah, but I love Garcia Lopez. Love this cover. He did the Legion story inside of this comic, but the comic, and I'll just I'll breeze through it just to give you a basic idea. One of the interesting things about it had multiple writers, but they had the current theme was the star, the Christmas star. The Maine, and interesting to have this is not the first Jonah Hex Christmas story, but or Sergeant Rock Christmas story or Batman Christmas story, I guess either, but it's the only Legion one that I know of, if I remember right anyway. So let's go ahead and just kind of whiz through it, shall we? Join the world's greatest heroes in a quest of a dream. The midnight sky is an infinite tapestry woven with pinpoint patterns of stars that shine in eternal profusion. But there is one star that shines more brightly than the rest. And of course, it tells the story of the Star of Bethlehem. Can you imagine doing this in a comic book today? Look, I'm not necessarily what I would call religious anymore as I was when I was younger, but many of my friends are. And but my whole point is, it never will bother me if they put religion in a comic book, because they knew that was the religion. I mean, that was the prevailing, cultural zeitgeist of the time, if you will. And they didn't put Christmas on the title, I know. They should have been on the book, Christmas special, but holiday special, what are you going to do? Even back then they were being weenies, but I don't know, because look, this is a biblical story. They've got the story of Bethlehem, and And then they come along now with the world's greatest heroes to follow that star, and your world too may never again be the same. Superstar Holiday Special Spring 1980 DC Special Series Volume 4, number 21, published 4 times a year by DC Comics Inc. 75 Rockefeller Plaza, New York, 10019. Copyright 1979 by DC Comics Inc. All rights reserved. The stories, characters, and incidents mentioned in this magazine are entirely fictional. No actual persons, living or dead, are intended or should be inferred printed in the U.S. of A. How about that? I read the indicia for you. How do you like them apples? Christmas indicia for a comic. Indicians won't like it. I'm just being silly. Actually like this Jonah Hex story, this opener Jonah Hex story. I even used the opening they use in his regular series. He was a hero to some, but let's do this in a Western rough and tumble voice. So he was a hero to some, a villain to others. And wherever he rode, people spoke his name in whispers. He had no friends, this Jonah Hex. He had no friends, this Jonah Hex, but he did have 2 companions. One was death itself. Well, one was death itself, I should say. The other, the acrid smell of gun smoke. Jonah Hex. And that's true blue Jonah Hex. The story is, of course, by Michael Fleischer, who was the regular writer at the time. Look at the art, though. Dick Ayers, longtime Marvel artist I never really saw do a lot of DC stuff. Dick Ayers. Romeo Tangal, longtime DC inker, but, edited by Lynn Wein. Shelley Lieferman, the letterer. G. D'Angelo, the colorist. Lynn Wein, editor. So, just, this was not the traditional Jonah Hex story, but I love Jonah Hex. I've never read a Jonah Hex book, says Maddie's daddy. I love Jonah Hex. I thought it was a great, I loved it. Thanks, Hungry Boy, but I messed it up a little bit. Hey, Ravenscroft. In fact, I want to do it over. Let me give it a do-over here with the narration so I can get it right this time. He was a hero to some, a villain to others. And wherever he rode, people spoke his name in whispers. He had no friends, this Jonah Hex, but he did have 2 companions. One was death itself. The other, the acrid smell of gun smoke. Jonah Hex. Anyway, this was a pretty interesting story. Basically, just, again, these short stories, which I'm a big fan of short stories, as, of course, is number 1. Just tells of this man. They're out in the blistering, blizzardy cold, and this man's about to shoot a little bitty deer, poor little deer, and the daughter doesn't want to shoot the poor little deer because he's cute and he hurt himself. And Jonah Hex, of all people, shows up and helps the little deer with a busted leg and helps the little girl fix the deer up. And the father's like, blast it, tomorrow's Christmas, and they ain't never counted myself a hard man, but basically they have nothing to eat. This family. West Kegel, what's up, sir? No, they will not. You're right, Brad. Ravenscroft, they will never make a Jonah Hex comic again. And so, the guy's not a bad guy, but he wants to, they have no food, but the little girl doesn't care about that. She just wants to save the cute little deer. And Jonah Hex is actually being nice. He's fixing the deer up for the little girl. And, what's his face? Jonah Hex basically said, "Don't worry, Simon. I ain't forgot about you. You're still worried about missing on your Christmas dinner, isn't that right?" "Yes, blast it, that's right. And if, well, all right. Now you can stop worrying and give your loud mouth a rest. Because seeing as how I stole your Christmas dinner from you, I'm gonna go out and find you a substitute dinner. Is that fair enough?" "Yeah, that's fair enough." "No, and so's this. If you ain't back here and by sunup, I'm going to shoot that deer, and me and my family's going to eat it for dinner. You hear me, mister? Good Lord, Jonah Hex, what in tarnation did you go go and do that for? Jonah doesn't even know why he barged in there. Jonah just is not usually the nice guy. But Jonah has a flashback to his own memory, how he found this poor little raccoon caught in a bear trap when he was a child, and he nursed it back to health, and then along comes his stupid drunk pappy, and Jonah says, "No, we got to save it." And the pappy says, "Okay, sure, we won't do anything to the raccoon." This is part of why Jonah Hex is so mean. What happens next? Of course, later they're all eating supper. And he mentions the raccoon, says Jonah's little raccoon we brought from the forest. And then the wife says, "Dear Lord, you mean, yep, that's the one. They're eating the raccoon right there." He's, "Oh, whoa. You killed Roy?" He named the raccoon Roy. "Take care. You mind your manners at your table. You hear me, boy? A raccoon is a raccoon, boy, and people is people. You and me and your ma, we is people. The little fur thing in the woodshed, it was I hate you, Dad. I wish you were dead," he tells us, Pappy. "But I ain't dead, boy, and I ain't deaf neither. You're until you're big enough to whoop me, boy, don't you dare back talk your paw. Because next time you do, I'll skin your hide for your. Now get along to bed and don't let me catch you outside your room till morning comes. You hear me, boy?" So that was a flashback Jonah was having to his childhood. And look, all of a sudden, because Jonah was on the trail of a couple of yahoos, of course. Look what he sees. Only Lot there, it seems to be coming from the same bright star off to the south. So I guess I might as well follow it. Maybe I'll bring me some Christmas luck. So he follows the star, that mysterious star that comes up into the air. Then who does he find? It's Jonah Hex. How'd he find us? Well, man, he must be psychic, that dead rum tadpole. Anyway, they're all pissed off at Jonah because they're a couple of killer brothers. Take a shot at Jonah. Looks like they got him. Nailed him, Barlow. Nailed him both times. That you sure them 2 shots really hit him, Homer? Because that Hex can be mighty crafty. They come out there, and sure enough, Jonah blasts one of them. Boom. "Here's something for your Christmas stocking, skunk." Boom. Jonah blows him away. "All right, Barlow, I'm in no mood to palaver. Come out of there with your hands high. You can shove that, bounty hunter. You want me that bad, Hex? You're gonna have to come in here and get me." "Oh no, I ain't, Barlow." Jonah throws a freaking dynamite into the cave. Jonah Hex is a master, I swear. So Jonah throws dynamite into the damn cave and just kills him. And then what does he find? But the food that those guys had, and they, of course, are miraculously intact. Look, there's the star. The food is miraculously intact. And so dawn breaks. "He's back, Daddy, look." And he comes back to, and he gives the people the food. Much of jerky and all this other crap. "I never promised you no Oriental delicacies, mister. I promised I'd feed your family for Christmas. And I promised, and I've done it. The fawn is yours now, honey. Your." Plain truth is, when it got down to it, there was no way I could shoot that little deer anyway. Life is hard on the frontier. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought that, well, there ought to be some more. There ought to be something more to Christmas than just adding a few pounds of more grease to your belly. "Oh, Daddy, I love you." If I was a religious man, I'd be tempted to say it was that luck star up there what led me to the Tull brothers and the sack of victuals they had. But since it ain't, since I ain't a religious man, I suppose I'll just keep my mouth shut and be grateful. Merry Christmas, basically. That's about as religious as Jonah Hex gets, folks. Oh, now, but even if he was venison burgers later, Hungry Boy, at least he wasn't for Christmas. He wasn't Christmas dinner. At least. This was this is Frank Miller's first time to ever draw Batman, folks. He was working. I don't know how he got away with doing this job. Well, he wasn't contracted at Marvel, so I know how he got away with it. I mean, he was freelance. But he was mostly working at Marvel at this point in 1980. And I remember buying this going, wow, that's the guy doing Daredevil? Wanted, Santa Claus, dead or alive. Written by the great Denny O'Neil, Frank Miller, and Steve Mitchell, artists. They know the letter of Glennis Ween, colorist, Len Wein, editor. So yeah, this is pretty good stuff. Miller was really good when he was not young and hungry. Kaylee Chow, Roll Tide. So, yeah, this is good. I mean, this maybe wish Miller had done Batman earlier, really, even though it was just kind of a. It's pretty good stuff for Mill. Steve Mitchell's inking I'd seen in some stuff at that point too. So, well, but the 80s there were freelance agreements and also exclusive contracts. I think Miller had an exclusive later. Yeah, it was late. Well, maybe Hungry Boy after Daredevil became big, but I'm not so sure because he jumped shipped on Daredevil and went right to DC to do Ronin later. But this was the first time he ever drew Batman. So, it wasn't much of a story. It was just really basically, I like the scene with Batman rousting this old criminal jag off. You can see Miller really, even then loved Batman. Pretty cool stuff. And Batman in this story is concerned about someone stole something from a nativity scene. There's a department store that's been robbed or whatever, and he's concerned that this former ex-con has gotten away from his trying to rehabilitate and turned back into a criminal. And this right here is Batman in disguise. God rest ye, merry Mr. Gentleman, and let nothing you dismay. And yeah, he did a really. I mean, this is really some quality work by very young Frank Miller here. Anyway, Miller's, Batman's in disguise asking some questions. Says, yeah, well, I got places to be. Missy, take this and use it as you see fit. $1,000. Well, that was a lot of money in 1980 for an old bum, right? While on the roof, Batman, of course, gave it to her. There's only one reason a heist artist like Boomer Katz would get a job in a department store to rip it off. That's why I arranged for a getaway boat with Lasco. A shame. When he started working for the Salvation Army last year, I thought Boomer had finally gone straight. Well, this is Boomer playing Santa Claus. And there he is getting coerced by a couple of criminals, but he couldn't help them because he just wants to go straight. He didn't want to do anything. He didn't want to go back into crime, but they're threatening him. They're trying to use him to break into the place. They started shooting, blah, blah, blah. And in comes the Batman. Some cool Batman art. Really nice stuff by Frank. Jamie Harbint. Fanty. What's up, Fanty? Batman kicks some ass. Where's Boomer Katz? He's looking for Boomer. What are you staring at, Batman? The star. The missing star. It's back, and there's the star, and it's pointing. The star pointed right where Batman needed to see, and he was here. You okay, Boomer? So the star helped Batman save this guy. It's gone again. Gone home, Boomer. To give light to them that sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, to guide our feet into the way of peace. Luke 1:78. Wait a minute. They're quoting Bible. Denny O'Neil, Sci-Fi Mombi, what's up? Isn't this hilarious, though, when you think of where comics are right now? Denny O'Neil, a big hippie himself, is quoting the Bible in a short story about a Christmas short story with Batman with Frank Miller art. Isn't that just, I mean, it's cool. It's crazy, you know? But it's unheard of today, of course. Nice stuff, Denny. Oh, Denny O'Neil. I mean, that was an old school guy today. If Denny O'Neil were still with us, he would not like what's happened to the comic industry. I can't believe he would. Oh, I hear you. Denny never got. Oh, I see what you're saying there, Hungry. Denny never got past his Irish side, Clobby. Trust me, I do trust you. So there you go. Welcome, Sci-Fi Mombi. So there's that story. Then there's this House of Mystery story. I didn't read that. I didn't get a chance to read this one. I did way back when it came out. But even my old pal Bob Rozakis wrote it. Romeo Tangal, Dan Adkins on the art. So I'll just have to peruse it a little because I didn't get a chance to read this one. I never read House of Mystery that much. I don't know if any of you did, but still, it's cool that they did it. And there you go. Secrets of the Haunted House. Sergeant Rock story, folks. Created, written by Bob Kanigher, Dick Ayers, and Romeo Tangal again, just like they did the first story. They got these guys again, man. Dick Ayers. I'm Sergeant Rock, Easy Company. Easy been in the line so long we didn't know what day, week, or month it was. Combat was just a letter in the alphabet, K for K rations or killing. Wow. Sergeant Rock of Easy Company in The Longest Night. It's been a long time since I've read this story, but it was pretty interesting. I'll probably go back and read it again soon. But yeah, cool art by Dick Ayers. Yeah. Picasso, what's up? Welcome. Your Muslim uncle, what's up, buddy? Yeah, you got to love Dan. Dan Atkins was one of the unsung greats, Hungry Boy. Probably the divide political was not as insane as it is now. Oh, no, of course not. Oh, no. Both sides actually came together at times and didn't hate each other. The times have sure changed. No question about it. So anyway, you got a cool Sergeant Rock, Sergeant Rock story. Let's see here. And let's get to it. Now this one, I did go back and reread this one because I'm a Legion fan, and I've read it before, naturally. Of course, look, man, look at the art, dude. Garcia Lopez and Dick Giordano with Paul Levitt's story for the Legion. You bet I'm in on that one. What say ye about that one, hungry boy? Hey, Larry, what's up? How do you get much better than Garcia Lopez Inc. by Dick Giordano? What do you say there, hungry boy, huh? Written by the best Legion writer of them all. The year is 2979 AD. The city is Metropolis. The planet Earth. And the flying figure is, of course, Superboy, breaking the time barrier to visit the most extraordinary band of heroic youths in the galaxy, Legion of Superheroes. Starbright, Earth's farthest star I see tonight. Legion headquarters is coming together again quickly. I see too bad it couldn't be finished for Christmas Day, but I guess that's too big a present to expect from Santa. See recent issues of Legion's own mag for details. Len. Yeah, they're rebuilding Legion headquarters again there. Superboy and Mon-El. Mon-El's on monitor duty. I like this. Uh-oh. Ultra Boy's not going to like this. Mistletoe and Phantom Girl kissing Superboy. You better watch out. Well, look at that. Look at that sexy Phantom Girl that Garcia Lopez gives us. Don't we like that? Yep, so anyway. Yeah, I love that Phantom Girl. And love that Saturn Girl, too. Woo, 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 woo. Look at that. Merry Christmas, Saturn Girl. Do you believe it, Superboy? Do you believe what? I remember when Sergeant Rock was still Sergeant Magma. Oh, that's a good one. Took me a sec. Well done, Steve-O. Saturn Girl has to be the only person in the cosmos who volunteers for extra duty on Christmas Eve. When you're married to a Legionnaire, it's a little different, friends. Garth and I think of the Legion as our home. But you don't lightning lab, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. Okay, so they're there at the Christmas. They've got a Legion Christmas tree. Actually, they're looking in on other people celebrating Christmas. That's Superboy. That Superboy is one way Christmas is celebrated in the 30th century. Karate Kid invited Princess Projector and Sunboy to his home in Japan for the holidays. His Christmas includes a form of the ancient tea ritual to be shared only by close friends. We monitor all variety of celebrations from the fireworks trees display on Snurl to Chameleon Boy's world of Durla, where Christmas isn't a holiday, Zoe remains on space patrol. To those homes on Earth, like Colossal Boys, where Hanukkah is the holiday instead of Christmas. Monitor boards can call up dozens of other worlds, too. There's 100 different ways of saying it, Superboy, but the message is peace on Earth. Maybe wildfire, but maybe not. What about a simple old-fashioned Christmas with a real tree and all? I'd trade all your star-spanning futuristic technology for a little tinsel right now. Aren't you overreact? Wait a minute. I just got an idea to make all that technology pay off. Have you guys ever gone looking for the star that blazed over Bethlehem that Christmas? No, but I think we're about to. Look, they take the Enterprise. Well, the Legion cruiser that looks like the Enterprise. Well, sort of. I always love that Legion cruiser. 32 flavors of Nick. Hey, buddy. Good to see you, man. What you doing, bro? What is up? Who's watching on Twitter? Hey, buddy. Good. Hey, Pat S., what's up, brother? All right. Good to see you guys. This is a Christmas comic that I wanted to recommend to the boys, but they had so many of them. This is actually the story I like the most in here, not just because it's Legion. So they take off in the ship. Superboy talks him into it. They leave Monel on duty. So there's got Lightning Lad, Wildfire, Saturn Girl, and Phantom Girl. All go out to find the Star of Bethlehem. No sign one ever having been there either. That's impossible. Nope. Science can't find the star. I suppose it's academic to ask if anyone wants to take a look around. So anyway, so they go to this planet. They trace it to this. They go to this. They find, what is this planet? But there's a planet in orbit, and there's an orbit. They're in orbit around this star. No, there's no star. It's a planet. Blah blah blah. Sorry. And there was no sign of this planet ever being there before. So they all go down to the planet. According to the shipboard readings, this planet can really use our help. But sheesh, it sure is a weird way to spend Christmas Eve. Then again, maybe these scaly dudes have the market cornered on weird. Computer said says they live on plankton like we that grows on the sea surface, except that the ever-increasing cold has frozen the food into icebergs, in fact. I say this respectfully, those Fab Legion costumes are Christmas wrapping for super folks. I love it. I'm not sure I know what that means, Hungry Boy, but I love those costumes. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now, so Wildfire helps these people to feed them, these aliens, but it won't. He said that it'll only last a few days, and since the Ice Age planet is entering the last for centuries, so this planet's got real problems. Then Lightning Lad and Phantom Girl go out to help these other people on the planet. They're all primitives, of course. They're burning their own crops to stay warm. That's crazy. They'll last out the night but starve in the morning. They must have run out of other things to burn. One of them's even wandered into the fire. Phantom Girl goes and helps this person, saves this person, this alien. So, all throughout the night, the Legion tries to help these beings, feeding them, doing all these different things, digging out metallic ores and cables. But then, moonrise, and the 4 Legionnaires are reunited. Pretty picture, isn't it? Of death, maybe. What else can we do, Superboy? We've compared notes. These races are all in hopeless situations. Even evacuation arcs couldn't get here soon enough. These aliens won't make it. Not alone, Phantom Girl, no. Come on, I want to try something. Pass me the telepathic earplugs we use to communicate in outer space. Sure, Superboy, but why? This is what Superboy does. He's brilliant. With a couple of minor adjustments, we can use these to put the 3 races into communication with each other. Like translators, right? Right. Now listen closely. And a few minutes later, near on one of the hills coastline, wow, the cave looks like it's almost carved already. Great job, boys. Even if I don't know what the heck it's for. Superboy gave us the specifications of PG. That's enough for me. But look out. It's finished, silly. Oh, blah, blah, blah. So they finished it with, let's see. Hey, Superboy's back with friends, I might add. So I see, but why? What's it all about time you told us? I wanted to make sure it worked first. You see, these are the clan chiefs of the 3 races of this cavern. And races in this cavern will be their common home because we sheltered it and gave it access to warm underground springs. The water dwellers can grow their crops here in safety, which they'll share with the land dwellers and trade for the land dwellers, setting fires around the pool's edge add to the warmth. How Star Trek. And the bird-like species can contribute the wood for the fires and their trees and for shelter for the young during the great storms. Alone, none of these three races could survive, but together they should be able to hang on until the United Planets can arrange a safe evacuation. Gee, and we made this possible just by being here? Kind of warms your heart, doesn't it? That's what Christmas is supposed to do, fandom girl. It's caring, it's helping. And maybe a brightly shining star in the sky that science says is impossible. Oh, come off it, Superboy. You're not still pushing the star business. Why not, Wildfire? Something brought us here this Christmas Eve, didn't it? It was a star. Well, Wildfire, I'm not saying it was anything more than Lightning Lad and a bum navigational computer, Superboy, but I guess I can't say it wasn't either. Happy holidays from all of us to all of you. When comics had one job, folks, to be fun and uplifting. Claude Salling, hello. Good to see you. Has anyone read the Marvel Treasure Edition about 76? It had a framing story of the FF and the Avengers having a snowball fight. I think I have that one, Ravenscroft, I believe. David Rayburn, what's up, buddy? The Cuz. Hey, what's up? Good to see you there. Nice. I'll have to dig that treasury up there. I have it, of course, but I'll have to divvy it up on the digital so we can look at it there. Let's see. Has anyone read that Marvel Treasury Edition from about 76 that had the framing story of the FF and the Avengers having snowball fight class? God, I'm trying to remember which one it was, though. I think I had it. Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips, welcome. Nobody cares says, oh, yeah, and that, yeah, it is. Yep, fourth wall break. We all like those in comics. That's true. Good point. Nobody cares. So, yeah, I love my Legion. I love this Garcia Lopez art. What a fun comic. Yeah. Daily Planet, Scalp Hunter flees Rebels. Ashley Answer Man, let's play. Why not revive Plop, Holden McCormick? There are no plans for the near future, but maybe someday. Can the atom shrink smaller than 6 inches, unsigned? Sure, he can. He can shrink to submicroscopic size. Can I order a subscription for Action or Superman? Mark Friedman. Yes. Look for a special subscription offer in this month's issues of those magazines. What is your most valuable comic in your personal collection? He asked Bob Brzakis, the Answer Man. Jim Clofel. I guess Fantastic Four #1, which I bought in 1961 for 10 cents and now catalogs for 900. But look, this is 1980. Fantastic Four #1 was only 900 bucks. Around that time, I got a really crappy copy for 20 bucks, but it was horrible. Oh, Captain Infinity, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. So this is 1980. That Bob Brzakis, the Answer Man, is answering that question. He bought Fantastic Four #1 off the rack. And he's it was priced around 900 bucks at that point. He was only 19 years old at the time, though. So, makes sense. Let's see here. There's another one. I love the Answer Man comics. I used to, man, when I would read my DC comics, I would read the comic, then I would go to the letters pages later, but I would read the Daily Planet, news. In fact, we'll get back to the Answer Man. Let's read the Daily Planet extra news as a bonus for this Christmas comic. Volume 79, Issue 48, week of December 3rd, 1979. Bob Rozakis, editor. Extra, extra, Daily Planet. Scalp Hunter flees rebels. Confederate soldiers track weird Western star. Virginia. 1863. Scalp Hunter, the white man who was raised as an Indian, finds himself the target of a patrol of Confederate soldiers in the latest issue of Weird Western Tales. Fleeing the soldiers who chase him across the enemy lines into northern held territory, Scalp Hunter comes across an old man and his grandson who are also fleeing. But these two are fleeing the ravages of the Civil War itself, a war that has already claimed the bodies of the boy's father and the old man's son. What does fate hold in store for these three children of the storm? As they make a run for safety, you'll find the startling answers in Jerry Conway, Dick Ayers, yay, him at least, Romeo Tengal collaboration with Weird Western Tales 65. Number 65 goes on sale this week in December 17th. On sale week of December 17th, Adventure Comics number 468. Find out the truth about Starman in a Paul Levitt, Steve Ditko, Romeo Tangal tale. Then laugh at another adventure of Plastic Man by Martin Pasco, Joe Staten, and Bob Smith. House of Mystery, 278. Ask TV, TV or Not TV, with Jay Ziebler and Mark. Legion of Superheroes, 261. Find out who is the murderer at the Space Circus of Death by Jerry Conway, Rick Estrada, and John Calnan. Boy, that was a terrible creative team on that book. New Adventures of Superboy number 30. A man from 1980 returns to his past to become the new superstar of Smallville. In a Carrie Bates, Kurt Schaffenberger, Dave Hunt full-lengther. Sergeant Rock number 338. Rock and the men from Easy Co. and men from Easy find there's no escape from of the front in this Robert Kanigher, Frank Redondo story. Warlord finds hidden crypt of gold. Scarterus, Travis Morgan, headed for the home city of his beloved wife to warn of an invading army, finds himself attacked by ravenous wolves and then forced to take refuge in a hidden crypt. Bubba, you guys don't want to hear any more of that. Let's go back to the answer, man. I mean, I love Mike Grell, don't get me wrong. Let's see up in yo. All right, back to the answer, man. Let's see. How much are DC Comics Presents number 1 and 2 worth? Scott Smith. A, 20 cents each in good condition. That's lower than the cover price, Bob. Come on now. Don't be ridiculous, Bob. The price is wrong, Bob. What is the Earth 2 Atom's secret identity? Correct. Al Pratt. Everybody knows that. Which, who doesn't? Is Power Girl the daughter of the Earth 2 Superman, Cliff Timberlake? A. She is his first cousin. Their fathers were brothers. Yes. Question. Will there be more Superman novels? Paul Hoffman. Yes. The second one by Elliot S. Magan should be published soon. Question. Will there be any more issues of The Joker? No. John Booty says no, but The Clown Prince of Crime is back in Batman number 321, now on sale. Question. Who created Krypton? Paul Sternberg. A. The same two men who created Superman, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Question. Did the Creeper ever team up with Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Superman, or The Flash? Brian S. Larkman. A. The only place he met them was Justice League number 70. Question. How much is Brave and the Bold number 93 worth, Jerry McKean? A. 150 in good condition. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Bob. And there's my favorite. I love the Hembeck column. I guess that's Lois and Jimmy. Where's Perry? He quit the planet and ran off to Las Vegas to become a stand-up comedian. Great Caesar's Palace, I'll say. The next issue of DC Special is GI Combat. I wonder what the next one is. Then World's Finest. It's a digest. That was when they started being digests. I mean, I had these digests. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, Saga of the Swamp Thing. Anyway, that's pretty cool stuff there. Sorry, everyone. I was my eyes were off the chat for a bit while I was doing all that. So let me backtrack the chat. And I don't want to miss anybody popping in, of course. All right. Alrighty then. Let's see who's here with us. Clobby is the Marvel Universe because Clobby is in the Marvel Universe because he has a letter answered in an issue. Thereby, through relation, I am too. That's right. We are related. You're my cuz, so we both are in the Marvel 616 universe. And, well, depending upon which part of it, we're sort of proud of it. Well, within reason. Yeah, I love me some Hembeck. Yeah, I know. Coletta, now I see that what you wrote there, Hunger Boy. Yeah, Coletta, Ink, and Grell, yucky. I'm with you, partner. All right, let's see here. Another, we'll just skim through another silly Christmas comic I found. Well, not found. I've known about it for a while, but whoa. I just got asked, are you human by this site? No, I'm not. What do you think about that? Weird stuff. All righty. No, 616 is Marvel. They're copyright Alan Moore. Afraid not. I don't think Moore, and Alan Moore would be offended by that. You know, he hates Marvel. Miss Eddie Moore hates Marvel comics. Don't ever try to tell people that all wrote for Marvel comics or take my name off of anything that I put on there. The only time I worked for them was Marvel UK, and I don't even let them put my name on that bloody bastard shit. Yeah, Big Al doesn't like Marvel. Oh, yes, I didn't say I was human. I said I was Rick Deckard. My name is Rick Deckard. Yes, my name is Eddie Moore. Tonight, that bastard Clobby is like, he decided he asked me to sit in for him, so I thought I would if any of you have any questions for me, Eddie Moore, I'll be happy to answer them. But my voice is going to sound very silly because I'm not a very good Alan Moore impersonation. I'll sound like an absolute idiot. I'll sound like a dumb bastard. So, Eddie Moore is here, but don't expect any perfect bloody representation of Eddie Moore. Thank you, nobody cares, Captain. Or try to do Eddie as much as I like. I'm a big fan of Eddie Moore. In spite of things he says about his fans, I love his work. But I do like to take off for him a bit. He's a rock bastard sometimes, Alan. He's a bloody magician, that Alan. He magically wrote some really wonderful comic books, but magically now he hates them. I don't know why. I need a lot of work on my Alan Moore. I'm sorry. Thanks. Thank you all, though. You're all too kind. You're all very forgiving. Let's see. Oh, Picasso has a question for Mr. Moore. Thanks for being here, Alan. Oh, no, Alan. Hey, Mr. Alan Moore, why don't you English use spices in your food or your women? Well, I think you're being rather sexist. I'm not a sexist of any kind, so why would I put spices on my women? So
That's not very nice, is it? Putting spices on people. So I don't understand. I like spices. We don't put spices on our food. We save that for our liquor, drinks. We like to drink our spices. We drink them down the pub. But as far as putting spices on women, I think that makes you a bloody sexist pig. What do you think of that?
There's a legit answer to that. Oliver Cromwell. Larry says, Alan Moore, what do you think when people say you aren't even close to be as good as Jack Kirby?
Well, of course, that just stands to bloody reason. Nobody's Kirby's equal. You know that. What you think I'm bloody stupid? I might be a bit tad wonky sometimes, but even I know the king of comics is the king of comics. No one's equal to Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby's work was unsurpassed. So, if people say that, I agree with them, of course, but I still think they're a bunch of bigoted, eager bastards. Because I don't like people. People are a bunch of shitheads to me. People can go screw themselves for all I care.
Well, Alan, man, I tell you what, Alan's definitely got some definite opinions there. And I appreciate you being here, Mr. Moore. I'm a big fan, man. And I was going to let you just take over the whole show, but I think that's enough questions. I guess you don't have any more questions, so.
It's all right. I will go to sleep now. So, it was nice. I would say it's nice talking to you, but I don't like Americans. And even those of you who aren't Americans, you can go screw yourself. Because Clobby's an American, and so you're listening to Clobby. And that makes you just as bad as he is, that big fat bastard. And it like fat bastard American geeks who like Watchmen and read comics and get figures of Rorschach. I made Rorschach to talk bad about American scum. And you're sitting there like, dressing up like him and buying Rorschach figures and things like that. Fuck Rorschach. I don't want him there. He was supposed to be an indictment of Steve Ditko and all you. And yet you're just praising him, you little bastards. Get hell with Rorschach. I don't even know. But if you watch movies with superheroes, you're a child. So why don't you grow up and read my books? Read my unreadable book, Jerusalem, or perhaps my League of Extraordinary Fuckers. Yeah, those we should be reading. Not funny book superheroes. I don't even like my superhero work more. Go screw it. Yeah. I don't know what this has to do with Christmas anyway. Oh my God. Christmas is for puddings. So go screw yourselves.
All right, Alan. Thanks. I'm sorry, everyone. He got out of control and he insulted everybody. Man, oh man. It's a good thing no one can really understand what he says. But I'm still, Alan, I still love you. I don't care. I mean, you're full of crap on some things, but who isn't these days, right? At least he's not as bad as Mark Wade. He's pretty bad, though, actually, but he's not as bad as Mark Wade. Oh, Captain said, this is like what's inside my head every day morning before morning coffee. Yikes. Well. Oh, my goodness. The man could write, though. All right, here's a funny book for you people. Here's a Christmas. You know what? I have not read this since it came out, so I forgot all about it. So I read it last night. And it's cute. This is cute stuff here. This is like,
Alan wouldn't write a Christmas story like this. He'd have Santa Claus like taking Wolverine's horns up his backside. Yeah. Santa would be like dealing drugs or something like that, delivering like crack cocaine down chimneys and whatnot,
So, yes, you see it right there. Superman and Santa Claus. What's up, Nick? Hey, buddy. I thought you were over there I thought you guys were doing a show tonight. All right, so this is DC Comics Presents number 67. Santa Claus. Superman and Santa Claus. It's from the year. What damn year was that? 1983. What I love about this comic, of course, I'm not too big on sorry. Anyway, what I love about this comic, of course, it's got a pretty nice Garcia Lopez cover that's kind of stretched out right there. But man, this has art by the Swanderson team. This must have been the first time Swanderson got back together in a decade or something. Yes, exactly. Swanderson indeed. And I love me some Swanderson. For those who are not familiar with that term, the great Kurt Swan, my favorite Superman artist, and is my favorite Superman inker, especially on Swan, Murphy Anderson. That was just the definitive Superman art team, was the Swanderson team. Picasso, the year you were born, this came out. So yes, you have Mr. Lynn Wein as co-plotter and scripter. E. Nelson Bridwell, co-plotter. Oh boy, we just reviewed an E. Nelson Bridwell Legion comic tonight that wasn't very good. I respect E. Nelson Bridwell more as an editor and an authority on DC lore, and lore and stuff. But that's okay. Anyway, DC Comics proudly presents Superman and Santa Claus. Superman created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Santa Claus created by Eddie Moore. No, you didn't create Santa Claus. Together in a fairy tale to boggle the imagination. Superman's thinking to himself, question mark? Christmas Eve in Metropolis. Christmas Eve in Metropolis. Where but it's kind of, well, can't even see this sucker. Oh, where the gaily decorated, hey, that's what I didn't write that. The gaily decorated streets are crowded with last-minute shoppers, their arms filled with bundles and holiday cheer. But even tonight, in the very thick of the season of peace on earth and goodwill toward men, the sinister specter of crime rears its ugly head. Well, sort of. Okay, Worcester, stick 'em up, the kid says. Just hand over all your money or I'll plug you. Take a hike, kid. You bother me. See? 'Twas the fright before Christmas. Lynn Wein, co-plotter, scripter. E. Nelson Bridwell, co-plotter. Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson, illustrators. And Ben Oda, letterer. Gene D'Angelo, colorist. And Julius Schwartz, the great editor. Yeah, talk about a great time when I met Julius Schwartz. That was amazing. Yes. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice. Thinking of holiday issues, anyone recall Watcher Spidey team up? Yes. In fact, when I get done messing around with this one, I'm gonna get some of you guys to tell me some of the Christmas comics you can remember. We'll just go quick here. But so basically, this kid is about to shoot Santa, fake Santa, because he's just like a street Santa. Okay, old man, I warn you, huh? That wasn't funny, kid. Your little toy might seem harmless, but you could have taken somebody's eye out with one of these things. Actually, this so-called toy isn't harmless at all, Santa. My X-ray vision spotted some sort of secret mechanism inside, which has been projecting a concentrated beam of low-grade radiation at its user. Just hand over your money, or notice how glazed the boy's eyes are. Somehow that radiation has hypnotized him. Just hand over your money, or what's your name, son? Where's your home? I was afraid of that, and he's programmed for only one response. Obviously, I won't get any answers from here. For the boy here. Just hand over all the money, or... So Superman takes him, so I'll just have to take him someplace where I can. Have a happy holiday, friend. Yeah, you too. That does it. Next year, I'll join the Salvation Army. Ba-ba-ba. Now, this is very innocent comics. Lindrod, salty traveling sea. What's up, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. and Linrod. Hey there. Yes, so Soups scoops up the young lad and flies him to the Fortress of Solitude and examines him and finds out that he's been, his name is Timmy Dickens. All right, we get it. Charles. Is it really you, Superman? Oh, whatever. Guilty as charged. But my son tells the kid has been, he's been brainwashed by this gun, mesmerized by this gun, this toy. He found it when he was sneaking in the presents at his house because he doesn't believe Santa Claus. My folks still like to pretend Santa Claus delivers them on Christmas Eve, but I am too old to believe in Santa, so I snuck in to check him out early. I remember a blinding flash when I fired out the dart gun, and then I don't remember nothing till I woke up here. Yeah. Good night, Penny. Take care, my dear. Have a Merry Christmas to you. So, anyway, kid doesn't remember anything, but he definitely, like him, and I guess Superman surmises that other children will be probably be getting this gun as well. Superman knows it's the work of the Toy Man. Bum, bum, bum. I like how he says, wow, awesome. Guys are never going to believe this. If they doubt you, Tim, just tell them to ask me. You bet I will. Nifty key. Thanks. It serves as an aircraft navigational marker mostly. But no, since nobody else but Supergirl or I can lift it. Now hang on tight. No, I miss the days when the Fortress of Solitude key was a big, gigantic, impossible to lift arrow. Garcia Lopez just did the cover, though, Ravenscroft, of Swan Inside. Oh, you might be back. You might be rewound a bit back. So, as they're flying back, this toy thingy goes off in the kid's hand, and it makes Superman lose his ability to fly. It's some kind of gravity, and it has effect on the gravity. Superman's able to land him softly, and so to save the kid's life. But Superman is badly injured by this thing that we later find out is a gravity beam. And Superman needs help. He's in trouble, and look who shows up: elves, because they are at the North Pole after all. So Superman at the North Pole is pretty bad shape. But these elves, these smart, wisecrack elves, show up to pick him up. And meanwhile, we cut to that jerkweed, Mr. Shot, that toy man, the bunghole, talking about his plot because he laced an old meteorite laced with white dwarf star matter. So basically, it's a heavy energy gravity field thingy that he's canceled out all of Superman's powers, or it's made him weaker. And, he's got all these plans. Eventually later, Superman wakes up, and guess where Superman is? Elves, and then look who he meets. Yeah, my friend Superman is my top secret workshop at the very heart of the North Pole. Workshop, North Pole, but that's impossible. You couldn't possibly be. See, I told you he'd never believe us, boss. My name is Kringle. Friend, Superman, Kris Kringle. Ho, ho, ho. But most folks prefer to call me Santa Claus. Ho, 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 ho. I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming. So basically, even Superman didn't believe in Santa Claus. Oh, no. Can you believe? Scandalous. How can Superman not believe it's Santa Claus? Well, he does now. So there. Picasso says, I thought the... no, it's always been in the North Pole, sir. I do believe. Never take my word for it, though you never know, really. If this workshop was here, why haven't I ever noticed it? Says Soups. As I've already explained, Superman, my workshop is top secret. Nobody sees it unless I wish it to be seen. Isn't he great? Isn't he just totally awesome? And to think I didn't even believe in him before tonight just goes to show you, don't it? Yes, Tim, it certainly does. But dreaming or not, I still have a job to do. Easy, friend Superman. That gravity beam the toy man hit you with was quite potent. Its effects still haven't worn fully off. Fully worn off. You know about that? There's very little in this world that I do not know, my friend. You might say it comes with the territory. Follow me into our communication center and I'll show you. You're not seriously trying to tell me that you actually... Yes, indeed, friend Superman. From this room, we can monitor every boy and girl in the world, and a daily printout lets us know who's been naughty or nice. The wonders of the computer age. Still keeping tabs on that toy man creep like you wanted, boss. Looks like he's getting up to a nasty little ambush. Let me know if anything changes. Will do. And this, friend Superman, is the very core of our operation, our state-of-the-art toy shop. Here, my good friends spend each year producing the very finest in gifts and games. Yes, that's where they all are made, folks. That's right. Who didn't know that? Though, truth to tell, I often miss those simple toys of years gone by, the days of pop guns and wooden soldiers and China dolls and rocking horses seem so far away. This was 1983, too. More's the pity. My sentiments exactly, says Soups. The toys of our childhood are always the most precious to us, Superman thinking to himself. I remember a toy I loved as an infant, handmade by my father, Jor-El, greatest scientist of my home planet, Krypton. It was a marvelous toy capable of transforming my own brainwaves into realistic holographic images. What a shame it was destroyed when the Krypton exploded. There's baby Kal-El playing with it. And it says that's his Viewmaster. That's basically Kryptonian Viewmaster. And there's Krypto. I love silver bronzing Superman. Good Lord. Well, Dave, in more cynical times in 2023, it may sound creepy, but 40 years ago, it was as innocent as a lamb. We become so jaded and so, everything is innuendo now. Everything has to be creepy. Everything has to be a dirty joke. But that's a Kryptonian Viewmaster. How cool is that? I love it. I miss those innocent days, don't you, Dave? So I love this, and this comes back later. I love this panel of Superman, remembering something from his, as an infant, which he often did. Well, my friend, it's time for us to go. I have a lot to do tonight, and there's still the toy man to be dealt with. Don't worry, he's my problem. Ever the noble hero, eh? Well, you're still not fully recovered from his gravity beam, and with all his booby-trapped toys still scattered around the country, we can't afford to take chances. But nothing. Come along, Timmy. We'll drop you at home on our way. Once we get our hands on the Toyman's records, I'll be able to deactivate those hypnotic pop guns while I make my rounds. I could probably do it faster, says Superman. Trust me, son, on this night, this of all nights, there is nobody faster than me. Dang shooting, Superboy. There you go. Yep. The voice of, oh, yeah. The Super Friends, man, the Super Friends Toy Man was creepy, Ravenscroft. And he had that voice that was just like this, didn't he? They had they have multiple versions of Toy Man. Jeff Johns actually did a pretty good comic in the early 2000s. There was a Superman or an action issue, I forgot what, about the variations and differences of Toy Man. Pretty good stuff, I must say. So here we go. Oh, now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner, on Blitzen. Where's Rudolph? No Rudolph in there. Now's the time for talk is done. Time for action comics. With an uncanny grace, the 8 mighty reindeer take to the starlit sky. Well, if I am dreaming, I'm beginning to hope I never wake up, thinks Superman. How are you feeling, Superman? Don't worry about me, friend. I've been blasted by the best of them in my time, and they haven't kept me down yet. Oops. Oh, looks like I spoke too soon. Feeling dizzy again, my limbs like anchors. I'm going to crash hard. What? I landed light as a feather. But my weight should have carried me clean through this sleigh. My sleigh was built to carry a far greater weight than yours, Superman, like mine for one. For it carries the hopes and dreams of a world full of children. Oh, shite. And in the twinkling of a merry eye, our first stop, the Big Shot Toy Store. My monitors have already warned us that any attempt to enter through a door or window will trigger an alarm. But I can recommend another way into the shop. Why am I not surprised? My X-ray vision tells me that old chimney is completely bricked up. But even in my weakened condition, that's not much of a problem for me. While inside it is defense monitors, still no sign of Superman, don't you know? Though that identified, there you go. Superman busts through. You've been disturbed for years, Toy Man. I'm going to put you back into a room with nice, soft, padded walls so you can't disturb anyone else, you little freak. No, I'll never go back. Never. My terrible toys will destroy you first. Oh, yes, indeed, you will. So, don't know what pushed poor Winslow off the straight and narrow of the path this time. But I really can't waste time worrying about it. So he's Superman's still weakened by this. Because I'll be in no condition to worry about anything again. So the Superman's weakened, and he can't fight these things. So Superman is doing just fine. You kidding? Those toys are clobbering him. I fear you're right, my friend. The Man of Steel very definitely needs help. Our special help. So Santa sends a bunch of toys to fight the Toy Man's toys. You gotta love that. Herc 130. Oh, okay, can't stay. Well, it's good to see you. Thanks for popping in, Herc. Ooby dooby. I love it that Santa sends in his toys to fight the Toy Man's toys. Some of them are armed with small amounts of kryptonite as well, naturally. But anyway, with the help of Santa, Superman's able to. And Santa's toys are able to kick the Toy Man's ass. And then, oh yeah, he's about to walk up and sneak up on Superman and shoot him, but Superman says, naughty, naughty, Winslow. Santa says, naughty, naughty, Winslow. I'm afraid it's coal in your stocking again this year. Handful of marbles, single misstep. He misses. Thanks for the assist, Winslow. Great Krypton. That ray must have contained more white dwarf star energy. Oh, my God. Anyway. When Superman confirms robot is falling. There we go. So it's all wrapped up now. The good guy toys of Santa beat the bad guy toys of the Toy Man. The Toy Man gets arrested. Superman goes and switches out the bad toys with super speed for the good ones until at last I'm finished. I pulverized all of Winslow's toys replace them with the harmless duplicates you gave. Well done, my friend. And from the ease with which I did it, I say the toy man's heavy gravity beam is finally worn off. And it's time for me to take my leave. See Timmy safely home for me, won't you? My pleasure, Santa. But first, I'll take that toy starship if you don't mind, Tim. Even with the toy man back behind bars, I'll feel a lot safer once I... Oh, no, not again. Superman, I'm sorry. Superman. So the toy starship accidentally blasted Superman, but then they wake up. Man, Superman, are you okay? Boy, you really had me scared there for a while. Sorry, Tim. That toy starship really packed quite a wallop. Was I out long? All I can remember is a wild dream I was having. There were reindeer and elves and believe it or not, there was Santa Claus. Of course I believe in Santa Claus, Superman, don't you? Frankly, son, at this moment in time, I'm not entirely sure what I believe. So he flies Timmy home, says goodbye, Merry Christmas. Now Tim's home, safe for me to go home too. So that Clark Kent can celebrate the holiday with his friends. Once I remove my street clothes from the secret pocket of my cape, I'll call Lana and feels like something else is in here. Right, Krypton. It's the old Hollow toy my father made for me, the one I thought destroyed, but that's impossible, isn't it? And it shows the picture of Santa saying, Merry Christmas, Superman. So how about that, folks? Superman gets a toy from Santa that he couldn't possibly get unless there really was a Santa. It's a snow globe. It's kind of like more of a Viewmaster in a sense. A Kryptonian Viewmaster, but it shows different pictures. And so a cute, fun story. Lovely ending for Christmas. I mean, when you're 1983. Yeah, I love it. I love it. What you gonna do? Merry Christmas, Superman. Merry Christmas. I like that picture. And I love that art by Swanderson. Merry Christmas, Superman. Too soon to be the band. Let's see, 83. Oh, too soon to be the band? How do you mean, Lenrod? How do you mean? Wait, Enter Vixen next. What year did this come out? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I will do. I saw my dad today, and I'll see him again tomorrow. David, thank you, buddy. Got to go. Have a good night. Merry Christmas to you. Tell your whole family. Merry Christmas from us as well, David. Love to both of them. Love to all of the family. So, how about that for some Christmas comics, folks? I thought they were pretty fun. I don't know, maybe I put it that way. But I love that ending with Superman. Merry Christmas, Superman, getting that Kryptonian's Viewmaster. Yeah, it was fun. Nice, innocent fun. Can't believe that's 40 years ago, folks. 40 freaking years ago. The comic we did before that was 43 years ago. Amazing. Truly amazing. Oh, sorry. Got to switch around a little bit. My leg's killing me. Oh, my. I've been sitting in this chair too damn long today. So, any of you, are there any Christmas comics you can think of off the top of your head that you like? Off the top of your heads, you can think of one or two. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, look at the letters pages. See if there's any letter. I always like to check the old letters pages, see if there's letters by anybody that I would know. No. No. Guess not. Oh, well, that's all right. Treasury special. Yeah, I was looking at one earlier. Christmas with the superheroes. Man, what was that? Please mess with the superhero. Oh, this is a different one. The DC one right here. Let me see. This is a bunch of reprints here. But there's some good reprints, though. And some weird ones. Jesus. Huh. Re-freaking prints. Also, now these were new here. Marvel Team Up 1 and 2 place. Yeah, those have been reprinted as well. The Treasury. Yeah, I know those treasuries you're talking about there. Well, Joe Dog, what's up, buddy? That's true. There were a couple Marvel Team Up. In fact, like you mentioned, D-Bud, the Marvel Team Up 1 and 2, I think they were reviewed those one year, if I'm not mistaken. They were, yes, those were Christmas. There were Sandman stories. Also, crap. Marvel Treasuries. Let me just do Marvel. Let's do something. Marvel. There you go. All right, this one has some pretty good reprints in it. Let's see. We won't mention the Kitty Pryde Xmas issue 143. You don't like that one? That's the last John Byrne issue, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was the last issue before Days of Future Past. I think. What was it before it? Was it after? I mean, I don't know. Wow, somebody colored all over this one. This scan is terrible. Marvel Treasury. Marvel Treasury Edition. Holiday grab bag. No. Let's see Marvel Treasury Edition in general. Huh. Try it this way. I'm trying to find because they did a couple of MDC also did some Treasurians. Meh. That's not gonna help. Crap. What issue am I looking for? Yeah, but I definitely remember that one, D-Bud. The Marvel 2-in-1. I mean, Marvel Team Up, sorry. Marvel. Lovely grab bag. All right, I'm going to have to Google them. Jeez, to find out what they're called. Comics. Okay. Because there have been so many. It's best just to pull them all up. Marvel Superhero Holiday Grab Bag. Oh, Giant Superhero Holiday Grab Bag. That's what I was looking for. Dang it. All right. Giant Superhero. Giant Superhero. Giant Superhero. That's not right. Superhero. All right, man. I tell you what, this is pissing me off. Because this is not what I was looking for. Giant Superhero Holiday Grab Bags. That's the same one. I guess they had two different covers. I have both of these different covers. Giant Superhero Holiday Grab Bag. They had two different freaking covers. And I have both of those. And they all have the same crap in them. Oh, well. I go through every week, Clobby, have more complain at the search engine. Yes. Oh, I hate search engines because they're a bunch of, fascist, capitalist propaganda for people. So people who don't agree with me are a bunch of fascists, and they probably make search engines because all that, look, it bloody sucks. I hate them. Bloody sucks. Look. I also wrote a comic book about him. Said the comic books suck. And if you read comic books, you're a moron. Unless you read mine, of course. I read my good ones, though. My old ones suck, of course. So I did a search and it didn't bloody work. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. This is pissing me off. But I don't understand this at all. What if I did a search on that? Because they have really weird search parameters on that site that I like to use. If I put the word Christmas, I don't know what could possibly happen. Oh, that's right. You can't put Christmas. Okay. Yeah, now you're talking. Maybe. Superman's Christmas special. Ant-Man's Big Christmas. Tit Christmas special. There's a lot of Christmas specials, baby. Imagine if I put the word holiday. All right. All right then. It's not what you just find something to look at, right? You're spending all this time looking at comic books. You stupid ass. Nobody likes comic books anymore. They don't turn you into idiots. You don't read real literature anymore. All right, Superman's Christmas Adventure. Oh, yeah. Yes. We'll flip this just for the cripes of it. Yes, I think you're right because we'll need a nap. Yes, Larry. Wow, I didn't even see Larry. I'm not even kidding. I just pulled that up with it before I saw this. So there you go. The first Christmas comic ever. I'm not kidding either, man. I didn't know you'd written that in the chat while I was, because my eyes are off the chat when I'm searching for that kind of stuff. That's a good, Picasso. Yes, we definitely need an added more emoji. I'll talk to number one about that. Look, we got to have an added more emoji. So, there you go. Superman's Christmas Adventure. I haven't read this in, oh my goodness, I don't know, forever. But now I want to reread this. I have a reprint of it somewhere, of course. So I'm not really, I don't know what happened in it. I don't know what the story is. Excuse me. Long day. Santa Claus. Apparently Superman, the Golden Age Superman and Santa Claus were tight. Santa Claus. Nice. So we skimmed it at least. I think we looked at this once before. I haven't read this forever. I need to actually freaking go back and read this sucker. Hey, Parker. Clobby, are you going to be doing a stream on Christmas Day next Monday? Yes. Did you ever read any newspaper comic strips that featured superheroes back in the day? Yes. I will be here. Yeah, that's a good question. Yes, I'll be here next Monday night because it'll be. I'm sure I'll be done with all the whatever Christmassy drivel. In fact, I don't think I'm doing anything on Christmas. So yes, I'll be here just hanging on Christmas. I'm up and I don't know who's going to be around, but I'll be here. Yes, I like a lot of the newspaper strips that I bought some of the compilations they've done, the old Superman strips, the old Batman strips, and there've been a lot of other strips that they've done compilations on. I've got, for example, a couple of books by IDW that compiled the Star Trek newspaper strips, but as far as the superhero ones, the Spider-Man strips that have gone on for years, they've got a lot of big books that compile those, that I don't have those, but I would like to have those. And they have World's Greatest Superhero strip that ran throughout the 70s. That was basically the Justice League. I would like to have gotten that one. There are lots of newspaper strips that had superhero, reprinted, that had superheroes that were reprinted. Marvel Treasury Edition number 13 says Joe Dog. Let's take a look at that one. Let's take a look at that one there. Marvel Treasury. I have a big well, not compared to a friend of mine, but I do have a lot of Treasury edition. Okay. Number 13, you say. So, yeah, that's it. That's the superstar. Giant Super Holiday. Grab that. Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Joe Dog. Let's see. Up in here. Thank you, Joe Dog. Let me share that one. Now I have this one, but I haven't looked at it in a while, so let's see what they have. We'll learn together. Love this great Gil Kane cover. Wouldn't get much better than that. I think Linrod's asking a question. You may be a little bit farther back in the stream. I think maybe Linrod. Is this before Superman could fly? You're referring to that Superman comic? No. Let's see. Will be the answer. So anyway, yes, Marvel number 13, Marvel Treasure Edition 13, giant superhero holiday grab bag. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is it. This is the one that has that script by Roger Stern, art by George Tuska. Hey, this is for you. Inks by Don Perlin. Wow, this is for you, D-Bud. And Hungry Boy, I don't know what to tell you. So, D-Bud, if you're still there, my brother, we've got some Tuska for you. I remember this now. I have it, of course. Let's see. So, this is the snowball. This is the snow fight someone was talking about earlier. The Fantastic Four versus the Avengers. All right, it's clobbering time. Remains to be seen who will clobber whom, my friends. Have at you. The rugby and softball fields of Central Park have yielded to the wintry covering and to the first annual United Charity Snowball Fight. Superheroes fighting snowball. Don't sweat it, sis. I know I don't intend to get splattered. Maybe so, Torch, but we Avengers aren't exactly defenseless ourselves. So I got to talk to D-Bud on this one. D-Bud, what about it, brother? If you're still there, D-Bud may have had to run. Maybe not. So you got Tuska inked by Perlin. I got to hear D-Bud weigh on that, man. Come on, D-Bud, if you're still there, buddy. Hey, I knew you'd love that, Hungry Boy. Tuska always, Perlin never. Well, Perlin never did a lot of inking, though. I mean, he did. Yeah, he did, but usually he was known as a penciler. That's what I didn't like him. I don't think he's killing Tuska right here that bad. I'm just not, like I said, Tuska's, something about the man's faces. But what do you think of this one, D-Bud? Is this okay stuff here? Spider-Man cheated. And those who will not see. So basically, they had that framing sequence, and then they just have normal reprints that have nothing to do with Christmas, I think. Gil Kane, Marvel 2-in-1. Marvel team up. Sorry. So this story is not a Christmas story, but still, the framing sequence of them having their because most Treasury editions are reprints, by the way, by Marvel. Most of them are. Let's see. Kidding law, yes. At least Perlin was inking. Yeah. No, I hear you though, dude. Seriously, I get you. Artist was new. Artist was new to Superman comic and didn't know he didn't fly, but just leaped by giant bounds. Yeah. The two guys pulling the sleigh can't fly. Iron Man can. Iron Man who can is right there. Oh yeah, that's true, isn't it? That's a good point, Fanty. The guys. Wait a minute. Who was at the beginning of the sleigh? Let's see. It was well, Thor's there though. You're right. Hulk can't fly, so I'm not sure why he's. Someone didn't tell Gil that. So they got again more stuff by the Tuska and the scintillating Tuska and Perlin team right here. And then another classic reprint. This one's a monsterly brilliant. This is a masterpiece right here. Even an android can cry. Oh my goodness. Big John Buscema, George Klein inker. One of the greatest comics of all time, in my opinion. Certainly one of the greatest of the silvery bronzes. Yeah. Well, Kane never was really the kind of guy. His thing was always a little weird. I mean, except when Sinan inked him. In my opinion, anyway. Hunger Boy. Yeah, Esposito inking Kane on, I don't know. He did a lot of it, so yeah. Yes. Klein inking. And not only the Klein inking, but inking John Buscema. I mean, he's inked Kurt Swan and John Buscema beautifully. So this is one of the greatest, beautiful comics ever. I mean, I just look at that splash page. God, jeez. I know it's not a Christmas issue because it's, it was bait and switch for the fans of this, but I bought it anyway because, of course, I bought all the treasuries when I could find them. Look at that, man. By the crags of Kilimanjaro. Yeah. Even an android could cry. Anyway, so we all know what a great story that is. But I love this, by the way. I love this page. I think I have this page on a shirt somewhere. One of my old shirts. Thor propels himself by throwing his hammer and by catching the unbreakable thing. Well, yeah, he flies. Thor flies. Okay, come on. He flies. He propels himself. He flies. What's the difference? All right, so you got that great reprint. Let's see what else is in here. Because this part's not Christmassy. Oh, man, look at that. Even an android could cry. That's Christmassy in that way, at least. Beautiful stuff. So that's a beautiful page. Back to the snow battle. Back to Mr. Tuska and Mr. Perlin. Oh, there's the Hulk. What's he doing? Huh? Silverface. Hulk remembers Silverface. He was Hulk's friend once. And then oh man, this is one of my favorites here too, boy. Marie Severin. One of my favorite Hulk issues was Hulk fighting the Silver Surfer. Look at that page. Well, that's one of the great a great splash page, a beautiful one. Parker Luck says, when I was doing some Christmas shopping on Amazon, I saw that they are offering a new hardcover edition of the Spider-Man newspaper comic strip, which featured John Romita Sr. doing, a new one. Okay, cool. I wonder how much that was. Those aren't usually all that cheap, but they might have some deals on them. So Parker, I love those. Romita Spider-Man strips, the Romita Senior ones. Yeah, of course, which he did for a long, long time, if I remember correctly. Look at this though, man. I love Marie Severin. What do you think? HB. Yeah. Beautiful. Hulkily presented by, not Smile Assembly. Masters of Hulkology. Frank Giacoya doing the inking. Blast in the face by the Surfer. Well, Marie Severin was underrated, boy. Was she not? Yeah. I don't know, Fanty. Yeah, I adore Marie Severin. Wow, she was one of the most underrated comic book artists of all time. Her brother was damn good too, John. You lie. No one lies to Hulk. He kept fighting him. Enough. Even the patience of the Silver Surfer is not without its limits. None may alter the course of my celestial surfboard. None. Whack. Boy, Hulk is just, man, he's just going after him. But his mind now remain at rest. He still pops him. So, interesting stuff here. The Hulk. Man, look at that page. Yeah. Oh, man, look at old comic book art is the best. Sean Carter, what's up, buddy? She was inspirational, Clubby, and her humor art was hilarious. Yes, not Brandeck. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is amazing. So much better than it. These people were artists, and they were cartoonists, and they were storytellers. Now we're back to Tuska and Perlin. This is a nice Christmas shot right here, though. He says, "Yes, Hulk, I'm back, and if you'll just come with me, I think you'll find you do have friends who care. Merry Christmas, Hulk." The jade-skinned giant's eyes grow large at the sight of the tree, and for one of the rare moments in his troubled life, he feels the touch of love. Here, my friend, accept this with our best wishes. Present for Hulk? Hope they fit, Greenie. You're a hard man to buy for. After all, what do you give the man who has nothing? Wow, that's a nice burn there, Richmond. So they're all the Defenders. Hey, Joe Dog, there's your Defenders right there, buddy, having a party. Parker Lex says, Clubby, who's your favorite Incredible Hulk artist? Oh, you have more than one. I have a few. In fact, I have I did a show a good while back where I showed my favorite artist per character, which I think I'm going to do that one since it's been so long. I might redo that one. But my favorite Hulk artist, of course, I love Kirby. He originated him. I love his work on Hulk, but it's not like my favorite work that Kirby has done. There's been quite a few. My favorites, Marie Severin's one of them. John Severin, Herb Trimpe. I love Herb Trimpe. I love Sal Buscema. Gil Kane actually did him. So I think, it's tough to pick, but it's amongst those Parker. Those are my favorites, the old school ones. Like I said, I really love Herb Trimpe, especially with certain inkers in his earlier stuff. Yeah, I love it too. I love the defend. Excuse me. Um, I love the Defenders, and I love that that they gave him a Christmas party. Hulk's all depressed, and I thought that was really sweet. This is pretty cool. Look at Valkyrie. Man, so nice. And they got the whole Marvel Universe is showing. There's the Nelson and Murdoch. Is out, showing the Marvel Universe out there. Uh-oh. Now they got a Daredevil story. Ooh. Once Upon a Time with the Ox. Some prime Gene Colan, Tom Palmer, Daredevil. Beautiful. Oh, my goodness. Remember the Ox? Let's find some cool visuals here. I love Gene Colan's Daredevil. Underrated, in my opinion. Whoa, that's a great shot right there. That's a beautiful page right there. D-Bud, yeah. D-Bud, Trimpy, yeah, he's my Hulk artist too, but I love Sal. Parker, do you have a favorite Hulk artist? I'm gonna redo that show since it's been so long, where I show my favorite artists, but bunch of artists per character and per team and stuff. What about that page, HB? Isn't that nice? Yeah, this is great stuff. Why is he purple? I don't know, but this is original scans. I mean, well, they may have changed it, but I don't think they did it. Joe Dodd, well, I got a treat for you. In a couple of weeks, when J-Man and Sean and I finish on our Friday night Fourth World, we're going to review all of Miller's Daredevil run. So let's see. I love this page, though. I love this Daredevil. The old school Daredevil. Here we go back to Tuska and Perlin. And look who we see. Johnny Blaze and Natasha. Something screwy going on. I might have to read this story here. But it's just them all being, this is when the Champions comic was going on, I guess. Remember the Champions? I love the Champions book, even though the art. I don't know. The art, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes they didn't have great art. They burned it an issue, but, At least it wasn't altered inked by Coletta, Clobby. Well, thank heavens for small mercies, right? So, Jesus. So, yes, Champions, man. Yep, there's the champs. They didn't last too long. We are the champions, my friend. And that's it. I love this back page. King layouts, probably Esposito inks finishes. But yeah, season's greetings. Marvel them assemble these classic covers from the sagas presented in this holiday extravaganza from your blithesome bullpen, cause we love you. Peace, bitch balls. Hey, they actually wrote Merry Christmas, Marvel Light. Wow, they put Christmas in the comic book. Waggernuts. How about that? How about that? Okay. How about, even though this won't be a Christmas probably, let's pick a random Treasury edition to look at. Here we go, folks. Random. We're playing now. Random comic book look. It might not be. I doubt it'll be a Christmas issue. Number 6. Marvel Treasury number 6. Doctor Strange. All right, man. Woo wee. Oh, we've got some Ditko. How do you like that, Charlie? Ditko time. Let's have some Ditko because it's Christmas. We should see nice things. Some Ditko Doc Strangey. What about that, folks? There you go. Yeah. It's fun. I like doing the random sometimes. Just pick it on a random one. Was that Mel Allen's reference, Clubby? Was that a Mel Allen reference? Oh, how about that? Oh, that, yeah. So let's see I have this Treasury edition, of course. Like I said, I have a friend of mine has every damn Treasury edition ever. He's got me destroyed. But I have a gigantic chunk of them. Oh, man, love this page. Beautiful. Whoa. Some crazy Ditko. D-Bot says Ditko Strange. It's unmatched. He is the only one who could draw all those crazy worlds. Yeah, Ditko was just insane on Doc Strange. It was incredible. Oh, I mean, the page is just, I mean, it's just what an unreal, man. Let's see what else we got in here. The Origin of the Ancient One. Now, this is art by Bill Everett, man. I tell you what, he did a lot of stuff for Marvel at that point. He was getting a lot older, but this is great stuff right here. The great Bill Everett, folks. Not exactly along the same lines as Ditko, but this was an origin story, but still, yeah. I mean, how do you not love the great Bill Everett, folks? And he was, again, getting up there in the age. He was a brilliant artist. Oh, wow. Maurice Severin again. There we go. Oh. Love you, Marie. She was great. Wow. There we go. Some powerful page right there. They don't make them like that no more, folks. They don't make comics with this kind of power. You really have to acknowledge that comics of this sort, look, there's some talented people that will no doubt do things reminiscent of this kind of thing. They're out there making their own stuff. That's fantastic. Yeah. And the ones who respect and learn from this kind of stuff are the ones that are going to be the best, in my opinion. And nevertheless, there will never be anything like what was produced at this time. Dan Adkins, again, another one. This has got some of the best art in this Treasury edition. Dan Adkins was a genius. I love his work. I mean, he took to inking a lot later, but man. And I love his Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange had no shortage of great artists. Yes, of course, Ditko was being the master, but they managed to get some great artists for Doc Strange. And it was one of the great things about the character. I mean, very visual, concept. And look at these artists. these guys were wait. Look at the pages. Look at the panels. Look at how busy they are. Look at the craftsmanship. These guys who got paid very little and didn't even own their own work, but they needed to make money, and it's tragic in that sense. But they were brilliant. Look at the talent. Look at the talent level. It's just astonishing. Now, when I open up some modern crap page and I see nothing in the back, nothing on the backgrounds that much, not like these blank pages with very little. I don't know. Just I love Brunner. Yeah, there might be some Brunner in this one. Or this one, as a kid, so much the cover fell off. The covers did fall off of those Treasury editions a lot. I have a few myself that did that, but I know what you mean, though. Yeah, I love Brunner. I just read that very story in the Steve Ditko Visionaries Trade, says Parker. Like, oh, cool. It's beautiful art by Ditko, and I am going to say, I'm going to say that it was his last strange story before he left Marvel Comics for a long while of time. Yeah, I think it was. You could be correct, sir. That's true. All that cross hatching done on that's a good point. Because art way better than I do. HB, all that cross hatching on Nightmare was done by hand. Wait, they didn't use computers? No. And that's another thing. You look at the stuff that's done by hands with pencils and inks and colors by human beings coming out of their heads, going through to their hand. The artists. That's why it's truly art. They didn't have any assistance whatsoever. I don't know many people who like to use different things with computers and stuff. Now, look, I can't draw flies. So you don't get a judgment from me. I'm just saying. I'm just stating that these guys their work was truly organic because they drew it. They did it themselves and they had no help. Let's see. So this was pretty cool. More Ditko stuff. Some Gene Colan, looks like. Whoa. Some Frank Bruner, boy. And inked by the Singing Sons of Krusty Bunkers. That means Neil Adams and his group did the inkers. Krusty Bunkers inkers. Yeah, I love Brunner's Doc Strange. Great stuff. By the hoary host of Hogarth. Did you hear that Peter Cullen won the Life Achievement Award last night? He was the voice of Ior and Optimus Prime. I didn't hear that. Joe Dog, cool. He's an extraordinary fellow. So yeah. And so let's see. I'm going to do one more, and we're going to get out of here. One more random, and we'll get out of here. Let's do another random. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny. Let's try 21. Oh, well, of course. Another one that I do have. John Buscema FF. We'll do something different because I have this one, but let's see. I want to be more random. Oh, there we go. Conan the Barbarianiska. Some John Buscema classics. Big John. Big John. Art, John Buscema and Alfredo Alcala. Yeah. Is this John trying to be Hal Foster on this page? I don't know. Yeah, Alcala was a great anchor. Yeah. All right. So let's see. What the hell? I want to do one more, then we'll get out of here. Let's just flash flood this one really quick. Whoa. Ladies. Crinkle based on the 1933 Sonja. Barry Windsor Smith. Sonya. And Frank Thornton. Red Sonya. The other heroes of Robert E. Howard. Cole and Brule and the Spear Slayer. Hey, where's Solomon Kane? Oh, there we go. This one. Map of the Hyborian Age. Comics were just fun, weren't they? Gosh darn it. Yep, a lot of fun comics. Okay, let's see. All right. One more random. And we're done. Let's go farther back. Number 5. No cover? Well, I want a cover. If I don't have you didn't put a cover, you butts. Go with number 4. Another Conan. Oh, man, it's a beautiful Barry Windsor Smith Conan, though. Yeehaw. All right. Well, there you go. All right, well, some Conan. Some great Barry Windsor Smith Conan. All right. All right, my friends. Well, hey, we're going to start making our way out of here. But I want to thank everyone for being here with me tonight. It was I'll be here. Like the basic schedule, of course, is I'll be here. Like I said, I don't think I'll be able to make it to Tom's show tomorrow night, of course, but Wednesday night, I will be on, and I'll talk. We'll just do some basic hanging out with me and you. Wildcard Wednesday night Christmas show. Just talking different geeky Christmasness. Who knows? We might just look at some more comics, and we'll talk about some other things that are Christmassy with good geekness, Christmas geekness. And then, of course, I don't know if Loki's going to have a comic book roundtable or not. If he does, I'll be there, as far as I know. And, of course, Clobby's Clubhouse Christmas party. Thursday night, 9 as always. 9 Central as always. And before that, I might be with Tom and the gang. I'll be like Edge, of course. And then Fourth World. That should be our second to last Fourth World Friday with J-Man's great channel. Then I'm not sure if I'm going to be home after that, but after that, but whether I'm there or not, 32 Flavors of Dick Weiser will have his show, and they're doing more Christmas comics over there. Then Saturday night, it won't be the review show, but we will have Saturday Night Star Trek. It'll be in session. Brian Hepburn, good to see you there. So we're going to look forward to doing that. And then of course, I don't think there will be a Sunday Night Geekery, but there will be another on Christmas night. I'll be here just a week from tonight. I'll be here hanging out. I don't see why I won't be. What else would I be doing? I want to thank you all, though, for being here. Quick question from Parker. Okay. Did Marvel own Conan comic imprint during the movies in in the 70s and the 80s. Well, the first movie was 1982. Did they? And yes, they were doing the Conan comics at that point. But yeah, they started, in fact, doing the Conan comic in the early 70s. So yes, and they owned the comic imprint at that point. And they didn't own the books, but they did participate in the movie as well. So yeah. Yes, sir. Marvel owned it. I need to watch Conan. I haven't watched that movie in forever. So many things I want to go back and watch. All right, everybody. So I'm just going to say thank you so much, my dear friends. And I hope I see you and talk to you before. But if I don't, a very Merry Christmas I wish to you all. Let me do the shout outs, of course. Eric K., Chris Persia, D. Bud Martin, buddy, Lord Thoth, J. Man, Maddie's daddy, Stephen Callell, Fanty Outsidery, Hungry Boy, buddy. Good hanging with you tonight, buddy. Max Redstone. And then everybody here with us tonight. Linrod, thank you. Parker Luck, thank you for being here, my friend. Brian Hepburn, always good to see you, partner. Joe Dog, thank you. Let's see, whom else was up in here tonight? We get to some more of these. Sean Carter from Mars. I got to scroll back to find everybody. Give me a second here. Larry. Picasso. David Rayborn. Dave C. Did I say Linrod? I think I said you, Linrod. Well, thanks for being here, Linrod. By the way, Ravenscroft, Hurt 130. Doobie. Hang on. Penny was here. That's right. Penny was here. Salty Traveling Sea, my friend. All right. 32 Flavors of Nitwise. I was listening over on Twitter for a second, man. Cool, buddy. Thank you. Nobody cares, the great Captain Infinity. We care. I care. The great Pat S. What's up? Thank you, Pat S. Wes Cagle. Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Claude Selling. Sci-Fi Mombi. Yeah, got most of them, but I won't be sure here. Your Muslim uncle. Yay, buddy. Keely Chow. Roll it. Jamie Harbert. JD Harbert. Hey. Brogu from my old hometown. And just about FKHC 2005. Thank you, sir. Thank you all for being here tonight. I do appreciate it. And I wish you all a wonderful night, a great beginning to your Christmas week. And I hope I see you before, but just in case, I'm going to be saying it all the time now. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Good night, everybody.
Clobberin time!